So today we're interviewing a taxi driver. Just basically a day in the life of a taxi driver. So you can introduce yourself.
My name is Ashraf. I'm driving taxi now for more than 25 years.
Do you drive the same route more or less every day?
Yes, I drive every day the same route. It's the same route like usually. Menaba, Cape Town every day. That's my route.
And do you work for yourself or do you work for a boss?
I'm working for a boss. It's like I'm driving a Target, and what is left over, I'm sharing with my Gautsi, who's working on the taxi. My tow operator, like a tow operator.
And how much do you make more or less a day and how much goes to the boss?
You see, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's the game of the taxi. The target is 1,000 rand, and what is over, we're sharing for us both. Like I drive sometimes 1,300, sometimes 1,200, sometimes 1,000 rand. Sometimes I earn nothing for the day. That's how it works. It's not every day the same. It's like commission. You work for a target, and what's left over, you and the car share half.
And what is the target usually?
1,000 rand. It's like normally 1,000 rand a day. By every route, Menenberg, Mitchell's Plain, so.
Then
mostly.
How much do you get left with, like going home? How much do you take?
Sometimes we go home with a 200 rand, sometimes we go home with 100 rand, sometimes we go home with a 50 rand. That is how it works. And sometimes we can go home with a 500 rand also. It all depends if the work is like kwai, like month end, maybe all pay, so on. Then the work will be fine. Then you will make money. That's how it works.
And how much do you pay your gachi basically?
I pay him basically say 250 per day. 250, 300 rand. It all depends man how the work is. If the work is kwai for the day, now he can go home with a 500, 600 rand. That's
Then what happens if your target is 1,000 but you only have 1,002 for the day? And you still have to pay the gachi at 250 basically.
Yeah, no, then you must say like 100 rand for him, 100 rand for me. Then I can't throw diesel again in. Then I must keep that other diesel for the next day that I have.
What
So,
are your hours like? What time do you
Hours,
start
I
in the
start like 5:30 in the mornings and I'm finished at night at 6:30. That's basically more than 12 hours per day. That is very long hours for little money. But that is how it works on the taxi man. You work ma, you know how it goes. Struggle is hard on the taxi.
Would you say anyone can become a taxi driver? Like if my boyfriend decides to buy a van and become a taxi driver, do you think anyone can just?
No, taxi driver is not meant for anyone. It's not meant for anyone. Because you see, you must be strong man to drive taxi. Because you meet different people on the road, you see gangsters and all that kind of stuff man. People can rob you. That is not for everyone man. You must be a strong person. Because look about me. I was driving when I was still young. That's why I know the rules of the road already. It's not for everyone. Taxi is not for everyone. You must be a strong person to drive taxi. And you must know how to drive taxi. Taxi is not just get in and drive. It's not working like that. That is a mind game. You see, that's how it works.
And let's say I want to open up a business with like a taxi business, but I'm looking for taxi drivers to drive for me. Then how would I go about trying to get a reliable taxi driver who would then work for me and work under me?
You must like, how can I say? The taxi driver must have a valid driver's license. You don't know much where you can get like a reliable person. That is hard to find. You must know a person. You must know rather that person if you want to put a driver on, because it's most hard to find today a good driver. You must have a valid driver's license, drive with PDP, so then you can give him a chance and see how it works. So it works. Because you don't know the person. He must have license, he must have PDP, then he can drive a taxi.
Can you speak to me a bit about permits? Like if you had to own your own van, how would you have to go about getting a permit and buying your own van? Is it easy? Is it a lot of money?
It's not easy. It's a lot of money. You must have a lot of money to buy a taxi. Even a permit. A permit you're gonna pay like 250,000 rand to 300,000. That's how much a permit is today. That's how much the people is selling the permits for. But you can hire a permit like for 1,200 rand every week. But to buy a taxi, you must first get a permit. So you must go rather to the board or to a taxi owner, and maybe he have a permit to hire to you or to sell. Maybe you can get a permit there, but you must first get a permit and then the taxi. But to buy a taxi, you must have at least 50,000 rand deposit. You see, and 50,000 rand deposit is a lot of money, man. I don't have that kind of money because I only work every day to feed my children here by the house. They are only waiting for me. That is my life every day now. I can't afford to buy a taxi now because it's a lot of money. I don't have that kind of money. Because every day I earn my money is only for food. It's only for food. All my money go for food. I can't even buy myself shoes. That's how hard life is on the taxi.
May I ask you, did you become a taxi driver by choice? Because as far as I know, a lot of people just choose taxi driving because they maybe don't have a matric certificate or they didn't finish school, so it's hard for them to get a job. So did you decide to become a taxi driver by choice?
No, I didn't by choice. Because I didn't finish school. I was like a dropout. That's why. I reject now. That's the only job to get now. So I drive taxi without driver's license. I drive taxi. When I was still young, I was like 17, 18 years old when I got on the taxi. So I began to drive without driver's license, and I was never caught without driver's license. I get my license when I was 21. That is my first time I get my driver's license. So I drive.
So someone basically trusted you with their van while you were 17 to drive for them?
Yes. That time the people, they didn't say really, man. That person, he trust me 100%. That's why they say, nah, I can drive, because he know how I drive. I drive like a professional. But I didn't have license that time. I learned myself when I was still young. So I learned myself how to drive. I was always watching people, how they drive, how they move the gears and so on. And so I learned.
Coming from Menenberg, a place people see as like full of gangsterism, low income housing and things like that. What would you say, like have you ever been influenced to do drugs or anything like that?
Okay, my life, not really. I wasn't really influenced. But I'm glad today I wasn't using drugs or nothing. I was only smoke cigarettes and so on. I only smoke cigarettes, and I did never involve me with gangsterism. And I did grow up in Menenberg all my life long. And that's basically now.
Would you say that you were a naughty kid growing up?
Yeah, something like that. You see, something like that, yeah. But I'm better off so, man. I'm not a gangster. I'm only a family man who work for my children every day. That's the best thing to do. But my wish is to buy my own taxi, but I don't have the money. I was always wishing to buy my own taxi, but I'm checking where I'm gonna get a 50,000 right now. I must work hard, but I have too much children to make that kind of money to put away. But maybe, I never know. But I'm gonna work every day and see where I can get.
So do you only drive Monday to Friday or do you drive weekends as well?
I drive weekends as well. I don't take off. I drive like seven days a week. There's no day that I can take off.
So then how do you spend time with your family?
No, man, you see, I get my children on the road. They're waiting for me after school, and so you know how it goes. That's the only time I can like spend with them, man. Because you know, if you're a taxi driver, you drive every single day. There's no way you can take off. Maybe once a month, yeah, you can take off, but most of the time I'm on the road. And my children is waiting for me every day, and that's the way.
This is a few of his children.
I am Shakira. As ons.
Dat is my children, this one.
I'm the eldest daughter.
I'm the second daughter.
Yeah.
Hello.
And this is my boy. This is my
Shoulder.
boy Nazir.
Say hello for the camera.
Say hello.
Yeah, with the camera. The children of mine, they waiting for me every day on the road after school.
At least they get to see their father. Because that's the only time they get to spend with him.
Yeah, it's like the only time they can spend with me. Because I work more like 7 days a week. I wish I can work 5 days a week. But I must work 7 days a week. Because like 6 days I drive Target and this Sunday I take for me. Just like I use for diesel and so on. So, yeah.
Would you say there are any dangers on the job? Have you ever run into anything dangerous?
Yeah, that was when I like, most the gangsters on the road, man. I met a few gangsters, but it was like years back, man, when I was driving taxi. And they were trying to rob people in my taxi. But you see, they know most for me and I defend my people, you know most, man. The gangsters don't try with any taxi, man. It's only the newcomers. That's how it works. Yeah.
I see a lot of taxi violence also going on, like taxi drivers being shot and killed over some type of war. Do you know anything about that?
Yeah, that is only, you see, that was like Kasatu and that Koteta taxis, man. It's not by our, they only strike like for, if it's petrol and so on, man. Then they fighting and so, you see, that's how it like basically works now. But different types of stuff, man, that happens, so, man. But that's not on our routes. That's only on Kasatu, that side.
Okay. I have one last question to ask you. So basically I told one of my aunts that I'm going to be interviewing a taxi driver today.
Mm-hmm.
And then my aunt asked me to ask you just one question the exact way that she asked me. So I'm going to ask you the exact way, sorry for my language, but she asked me to ask you, why does taxi drivers drive so kak?
No, it's not all of them, man. It's not all of them.
She said basically when she's in the taxi, she say, rush with the van.
Yeah, but you see, that taxi drivers is on drugs, man, who drive so. They are on drugs. You see, by a lot of taxi drivers coke. You hear it a lot on the taxis, man. Now the decent drivers also fall into the same trap. Now the people look, they're the same. Nah, all of them not the same. They're not the same.
So not all taxi drivers are the same?
No, that's only the taxi drivers who on drugs. They drive over the robots, drive like,
en dit saam mekaar en dit
ja, saam mekaar,
As
nee.
jy nou moet jy nou gaan van
that is not the real taxi drivers. That taxi drivers don't have license who drives. Serious, they don't have
They
license.
drive with, what is that, clinic cards?
Clinic cards.
And IDs.
And IDs, yeah. No, yeah.
But yeah, we on the post, the traffic cops come by my day.
Must be.
Yeah, but I have no warrants, man. You see, I have no warrants. I'm clear by the traffic cops, you see. I had warrants before, but I did pay it and I appear in court also. But it was like long time ago. But I drive taxi, but I don't have warrants. I don't drive with warrants. If I get a fine, I sort it out and I pay it. That's how it works.
Would you say that you're happy with being a taxi driver?
I'm not really happy because there's no benefit for me, man. Unless I got my own taxi, man. Then I can say, nah, it's a benefit for me. But now, I have no choice. Now I drive my taxi to earn something so that my children can eat tonight. I have a lot of children. I have like 7 children, you know. You know, most taxi drivers have always a lot of children. You get taxi drivers who have 30 children from different women. Some are from 30, some from 30 women, you know how it goes. But I'm not like that, man. I've got 7 children, that's all you have to know for now.
6 girls, 1 boy.
Yeah.
6 girls.
6 girls and 1 boy. Yeah.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to share your story with us.
Asan
Yeah,
os?
really appreciate
Op your
it.
bus.
Thank you.